It might surprise you, but some of the veggies you eat every day, yes, the ones you thought were perfectly healthy, could actually be working against you. They might be weakening your immune system, speeding up brain aging, and even chipping away at your leg strength and stability without you realizing it. There's some powerful research behind this too. Studies published in the Journal of Gerontology, based on tens of thousands of older adults followed over many years, suggest that certain vegetables could silently trigger inflammation, restrict blood flow in your legs, and make walking harder over time. And let's not forget falls are the #1 cause of fatal injuries in people over 65. This is serious stuff. But don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, we're diving deep into which 3 vegetables you should eat every single day to stay sharp, mobile, and safe. And the 3 veggies you should avoid if you want to protect your legs, your balance, and your independence. Stick with me until the end, because I'll reveal a popular healthy vegetable that might actually be hurting your legs without you even knowing it. Before we jump in, take a second to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss out on health tips personalized just for you. And hey, drop a 1 in the comments if you're enjoying this video so far, or a 0 if there's anything you'd like to see improved. Let's get into it. Section 1. 3 vegetables everyone over 65 should eat daily. 1. Broccoli, your natural shield against aging. When it comes to powerful foods that help you age gracefully, broccoli might be the unsung hero sitting quietly on your dinner plate. But for anyone over 65, this green veggie is more than just food. It's nature's own body armor, packed with sulforaphane, a phytochemical with major anti-inflammatory powers. Broccoli helps fight off the slow, silent inflammation that creeps in as we age. That kind of inflammation doesn't just cause discomfort, it also chips away at your joints, muscles, blood vessels, and even your cognitive abilities. Think of sulforaphane like your body's personal detox manager. It activates your body's internal cleanup crew, flushing out toxins and strengthening your defenses from the inside. And it's not just about inflammation. Broccoli is also loaded with vitamin K, calcium, and antioxidants, all crucial for bone strength and heart health. And let's face it, bones tend to get a bit fragile after 65. Even a small fracture can be a game changer for your mobility. But perhaps the most exciting part? Broccoli supports blood flow, especially to your legs and feet. Sulforaphane improves peripheral circulation, keeping your lower limbs nourished and responsive. That means better balance, stronger steps, and a lower risk of falls, especially important if you have diabetes or circulation issues. Now, here's a quick tip. How you prepare broccoli matters. Lightly steaming it keeps the sulforaphane intact and easier to digest. Overcooking it, you're losing most of the good stuff. Aim for a bright green, slightly firm texture. That's when it's doing the most for your body. 1 small cup of steamed broccoli a day? That's not just a side dish. That's a daily investment in your strength, your clarity, and your independence. And while broccoli strengthens your defenses, there's another green you might already have in your fridge that could quietly be powering your brain and muscles every single day. 2. Spinach, a secret weapon for mental clarity and energy. Spinach might seem like a basic salad filler, but for folks over 65, this leafy green is packed with age-fighting power. In fact, it's one of the most underrated superfoods for seniors. What makes spinach special? Nitrates. These natural compounds improve blood flow throughout your body, especially to the brain and muscles. As we age, circulation often slows, which leads to fatigue, brain fog, and slower reflexes. Spinach helps reverse that. It relaxes and widens your blood vessels, sending more oxygen and nutrients exactly where they're needed. That means better focus, more energy, and muscles that respond when you need them. Spinach also delivers a 1-2 punch of lutein and folate nutrients that are directly linked to faster memory recall, clearer thinking, and even better reaction times. One study showed that seniors with higher lutein levels performed significantly better on cognitive tests than those with less. And it gets better. Spinach also protects your eyesight. Thanks to compounds like lutein and zeaxanthin, it shields the macula in your eye from age-related degeneration. That's a big deal. Macular degeneration is the leading cause of vision loss in older adults. Keeping your eyesight sharp helps you stay independent, recognize faces, read clearly, and safely navigate the world around you. Quick pro tip: don't overcook your spinach. Lightly saute it or blend it into smoothies to preserve its nutrients and make it easier to digest. Overcooked spinach loses a lot of its protective benefits, from sharper thinking to stronger legs and clearer vision. This leafy green is a daily must. But we're not done yet, because next up is a vibrant orange root that's often taken for granted. But it could be one of your greatest allies in maintaining balance, stability, and even heart health. 3. Carrots, the silent guardians of balance and vision. Carrots may seem simple, but they're incredibly powerful, especially for those navigating the challenges of aging. First off, carrots are loaded with beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. That's the key nutrient for protecting your eyesight, helping to prevent age-related macular degeneration and keeping your vision strong. And as we've already mentioned, good vision is directly tied to independence. It helps you avoid falls, drive safely, and stay socially engaged. But there's more. Carrots are also rich in antioxidants that protect your nervous system and blood vessels. That's critical for maintaining coordination, reflexes, and balance, all the things that keep you upright and moving confidently. Think of carrots as a maintenance crew for your neuromuscular system. They help make sure messages from your brain reach your feet and muscles without delay or disruption. And don't forget their fiber content. Carrots help regulate blood sugar, lower cholesterol, and support digestion. All of these play a role in energy levels, circulation, and long-term mobility. Fresh, raw carrots or lightly steamed ones are best. Grate them into salads, snack on them throughout the day, or blend them into smoothies. Just 1 or 2 carrots a day can build a layer of defense for your heart, your vision, your muscles, and your independence. But as powerful as these 3 veggies are, not all vegetables are created equal. In fact, some veggies you probably eat regularly could be quietly eroding your mobility, weakening your circulation, and putting your balance at risk. Up next, we'll break down 3 vegetables you should avoid, especially if you're over 65. One of them might be sitting in your fridge right now. Let me know in the comments, has this been helpful so far? Type 1 if you've learned something useful, or 0 if there's anything I should change. Section 2. 3 vegetables older adults should avoid now that we've covered the 3 powerhouse veggies that support your mind, muscles, and mobility. Let's talk about the other side of the coin, because even though they might look fresh, Crunchy or colorful some vegetables could quietly be wearing down your joints, inflaming your tissues, and reducing the very balance and stability you rely on every day. These next 3 veggies are especially important to avoid if you're over 65. Let's dive in. Point 1. Eggplant. A stealthy threat to your joints and legs. Eggplants might look pretty on the plate, with that shiny purple skin and soft interior. But what most people don't realize is that eggplants contain a natural chemical called solanine, and for older adults, it can be a serious problem. Solanine is part of the nightshade family's defense system. But when humans eat too much of it, especially those who already have joint pain, arthritis, or nerve sensitivity, it can cause inflammation in muscles and joints. You may not feel it immediately, but over time, that inflammation builds up and starts affecting your mobility. And here's the kicker. It's not just joint stiffness we're talking about. Chronic low-level inflammation in your legs can actually reduce blood flow, weaken muscles, and interfere with the brain-to-foot connection you need for coordination and balance. Think about what that means. Your legs get slower. Your steps feel less stable. You may begin avoiding stairs or long walks. And before you know it, your freedom and independence start shrinking, one cautious step at a time. You may not even realize eggplant is behind it, because the effects are subtle and cumulative. But for seniors already facing natural age-related changes, even a small daily dose of eggplant can make a noticeable difference in how your body feels and functions. And no, cooking it doesn't eliminate the risk. Whether you're grilling, baking, or stewing it, solanine still lingers. And if you eat eggplant regularly, those small hits of inflammation can really add up. Bottom line, if you're over 65 and dealing with stiffness, joint pain, or balance issues, eggplant might be silently working against you. Consider cutting it out, or at least significantly reducing how often you eat it, because your joints deserve a break, not another source of irritation. 2. Green bell peppers, the hidden source of inflammation. Now this next one may come as a real shocker, because green bell peppers are everywhere. In salads, stir-fries, fajitas, you name it. But if you're over 65 and trying to protect your mobility and mind, green bell peppers might not be the friendly veggie you thought they were. Here's why. Green peppers are also part of the nightshade family. But more specifically, they're loaded with lectins, a type of protein that can bind to the lining of your intestines and interfere with how your body absorbs nutrients. Now, if your gut is already sensitive, and let's be honest, digestion gets trickier with age, these lectins can cause a chain reaction. Low-level inflammation, reduced immune function, and eventually issues with blood vessel health, joint function, and even nerve clarity. In simple terms, you might start to feel stiffness in the ankles, tingling or numbness in the feet, a feeling of imbalance when walking, subtle memory lapses or slower reflexes. Sound familiar? It's no coincidence. When blood flow to your legs and brain gets compromised, even just a little, it can snowball over time. And since most of us aren't connecting the dots between that fresh green pepper and our legs feeling weird, it often goes unnoticed until it's caused real damage. And get this, green peppers are actually less nutritious than their red, orange, or yellow versions. The brightly colored ones are fully ripened and contain more antioxidants. Green peppers, on the other hand, are essentially underripe versions of those sweeter varieties, so you get less of the good stuff and more of the tay. Irritants. Can cooking help? A little. Cooking green peppers can reduce some of their lectin content. But if you already have heart issues, arthritis, or digestive sensitivities, the safest move is to limit or eliminate them entirely. There are so many other vegetables you can enjoy that don't carry these risks. Vegetables that support your body rather than silently sabotage it. 3. White potatoes. A comfort food that weakens stability. Now let's talk about what might be the most beloved veggie in the American diet. The classic white potato. Mashed, baked, fried, roasted. We've grown up with potatoes at every dinner table, every holiday, and every cozy meal. But for seniors, white potatoes can quietly wreak havoc on your stability, blood flow, and energy levels. Here's the issue. White potatoes are packed with simple carbohydrates that break down quickly into sugar. This causes spikes in blood sugar, which, over time, contribute to chronic inflammation and wear down your circulatory system. And when your blood flow is compromised, especially to the brain, legs, and feet, it sets off a dangerous domino effect. Slower healing, numbness, or cold sensations in the limbs, weakened muscles, unstable walking, greater fall risk. Sound familiar? That's what happens when your blood vessels can't keep up with your body's needs. But it doesn't stop there. Eating high glycemic foods like white potatoes regularly is also linked to arteriosclerosis. That's the hardening of arteries. This further restricts blood flow, increases blood pressure, and reduces the oxygen and nutrients getting to your legs and brain. And we haven't even touched on the way we usually eat them. Most potato dishes come with added butter, cream, or salt, which only worsen heart health, especially for those already managing high blood pressure or cholesterol. Now, does this mean you can never have potatoes again? Not necessarily. But it's important to be selective. Sweet potatoes, for example, are full of fiber and antioxidants and have a much lower glycemic load. They taste great, support blood sugar stability, and provide a wealth of nutrients that white potatoes simply can't match. If you're someone who's already noticing changes in your balance, strength, or endurance, try swapping out those white potatoes for more colorful alternatives. Your body and your future self will thank you. By now, you're probably starting to notice a pattern. What we eat every day, especially the foods we think are harmless, can either protect or slowly damage the systems we depend on for our freedom, confidence, and quality of life. These 3 vegetables, eggplant, green peppers, and white potatoes, might seem innocent. But for someone over 65, they can quietly erode circulation, compromise muscle control, and increase the risk of devastating falls. It's not just about eating vegetables, it's about eating the right ones. Coming up next, we'll look at how these daily decisions add up over time and what small swaps can do to protect your independence, energy, and joy for the years ahead. If this part of the video has been eye-opening, drop a 1 in the comments so I know it's resonating. Or drop a 0 if you think there's something we could explain better. I read every comment. Section 3. How small daily choices shape a stronger future. So now, you know the 3 vegetables to eat every day for strength, balance, and brain health, and the 3 you might need to cut back on to protect your mobility and independence. But here's the deeper truth. Aging well isn't about avoiding every risk or finding a magic bullet. It's about the tiny decisions you make every day, often without realizing how powerful they really are. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. You don't need to become a nutritionist or give up every comfort food you love. But what you can do starting right now is be just a little more intentional. It might be something as simple as adding a cup of steamed broccoli to your lunch, tossing a handful of spinach into your morning smoothie, swapping white potatoes for baked sweet potatoes once a week, saying no thanks to eggplant in your stir fry, reaching for a bright orange carrot instead of a bag of chips. Each one of these is a small act of respect for your body, love for your future, and commitment to living life on your own terms. Let's zoom out for a second. We all want to enjoy the things that matter most: time with family, long walks with friends, cooking a favorite meal, seeing our grandchildren, graduate, or simply being able to move through the world freely and confidently. But when mobility declines, or when brain fog, weakness, or poor vision start creeping in, those little joys get harder to reach. And while no one can stop time, you can slow down the effects of aging by choosing foods that support your body, not silently break it down. The big picture. Why this matters so much, you see, every time you eat, you're doing more than just filling your stomach. You're feeding your muscles, protecting your brain, and maintaining the circulation that keeps your legs strong and steady. You're either supporting your independence or slowly giving it up without realizing it. Let me give you a real life example. One woman I spoke to, let's call her Diane, was in her early 70s and started noticing that walking felt off. She wasn't in pain, but her steps felt uncertain. Her doctor didn't find anything specific. But when she took a closer look at her diet, she realized she was eating green peppers almost every day. She loved them in salads and omelets. After swapping them for red peppers and adding a daily dose of broccoli and spinach, her circulation improved. That weird feeling in her legs started to fade. It wasn't a miracle. It wasn't a drug. It was the cumulative effect of one small change, repeated consistently over time. Another man, George, 68, was dealing with fatigue and brain fog. Turns out he was eating mashed white potatoes 4 nights a week. When he replaced them with fiber-rich sweet potatoes and started snacking on raw carrots, his energy returned. His mind felt clearer. Again, just a few simple swaps. And these stories aren't unique, because the truth is, your diet either fuels your strength or quietly robs you of it. And once you see that, it's hard to go back. What you can do starting today. So, if you're wondering, where do I even start? Don't overthink it. Here's a simple cheat sheet you can use right away. Eat these daily, or as often as possible. Broccoli for inflammation control, bone health, and circulation. Spinach for improved blood flow, brain function, and eyesight. Carrots for better vision, balance, and antioxidant protection. Avoid or minimize these. Eggplant, especially if you struggle with joint pain or stiffness. Green bell peppers if you have digestive or nerve sensitivity. White potatoes if you want to stabilize blood sugar and circulation. Swap tips: trade mashed potatoes for mashed cauliflower or sweet potatoes. Replace eggplant in recipes with zucchini or mushrooms. Use red or orange bell peppers instead of green ones. Blend spinach into smoothies or add to eggs and soups. Steam or saute broccoli. Don't boil it to death. These little changes won't just improve your labs. They'll improve how you feel every single day. Your independence is worth protecting at the end of the day. The real goal isn't just health. It's freedom. The freedom to take a walk without worrying about balance. The freedom to remember names, tasks, and moments clearly. The freedom to dance, cook, laugh, and live on your own terms. And it all starts with the quiet decisions no one sees you make. What goes into your cart, what's on your plate, what fuels your body when no one else is looking. These aren't just food choices. They're acts of self-care. They're how you say, I still have a lot of life left to live and I want to enjoy every bit of it. Final thoughts: you don't need to chase miracle diets or extreme plans. You just need to tune in to what your body is quietly telling you. Maybe it's asking for more circulation. Maybe it wants less inflammation. Maybe it's just tired of that same old potato dish and ready for something better. Let food be your medicine. Let small changes lead to major wins. Remember, each bite is a vote for strength or for struggle. And you, my friend, get to decide how you cast that vote. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one change from this video you're going to try this week? Is it adding a new veggie or cutting out one that's been causing trouble? Type it below. And let's support each other in the comments section, because aging strong doesn't have to be lonely. We're in this together. If you found this helpful, tap that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive into everyday habits that protect your freedom and strength. Thanks so much for watching. And here's to a stronger, clearer, more vibrant you. See you in the next one.